everybody. It's been a little while. I'm trying to be more consistent in these uploads and postings. We have to be prepared to surrender ourselves at any given moment. And in that surrendering, you're going to get messages as to why this surrendering needs to take place. Coming from my own personal experience, it's something I have just recently embarked upon. I have to surrender to the entirety of love. I have to divorce myself of what we have been taught that love is here, now, currently. Because it's all bullshit. So I have to surrender myself to the truth of love, to then be embodied by and engulfed inside of by the truth of love of what we are supposed to be inside of. This notion has been itching at me for many years, and I've known that it's been there. I just didn't know when it was going to present itself and be like, hey, it's time now. It happened today, and it happened a little bit ago, and when it came in, it was, man, it fucking hit. It hit real fucking hard. A lot of crying, a lot of sadness was coming out of me when I heard the message, it's time to surrender to love. Because I have to let go of what love is. I have to let go of what I believe to be what love is in this life, to then take on what love really is. And the letting go and the surrendering aspect of this other form of love, it's not going to be easy. It's not something that I know is going to be easy. I just know it's not going to be easy. But I wouldn't want it any other way, and I think that's all of us. When we know we have to surrender to whatever needs to be surrendered, in the beginning it's never going to be easy. The path of the surrender to whatever the surrendering is, it's hard, it's difficult, because you have to be able to step away and confront yourself and acknowledge where you've been looking and acting and talking about in such aspect of what needs to be surrendered, and it's once you start doing that, you realize that you've been manipulated. You were manipulated because you didn't understand the truth of what you needed to surrender. But that's part of the process. It's part of what we have to do for ourselves. If we want to become whole, if we want to become healed, this is what's required. It's something that we have to be willing to do. It's something that we have to step into to know that it's required. And the more times we do this exercise, because that's all it is, it's an exercise, it's a practice. And it's the practice of rinse and repeat in different forms of what needs to be surrendered within ourselves. It gives us the ability to become stronger, to become wiser, to become more informed as to where the illusions are, as to where the spells are being placed. Because it's everywhere, my friends. It's everywhere. And that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this way. Because if it was not an illusory world that we are inside of, we would be seeing with clarity, and we would see the bullshit before there was bullshit, because the bullshit is part of the illusion. But if we didn't have the illusion here, it would be such a, I think it would be such a gray type of an environment. There would be no color, there would be no vibrancy, there would be no joy, none of that, that good shit. There wouldn't be that there. But I also feel like it could be more diabolical, because we would be more in the psychic realms. We'd be working more in those realms, in the psychic, which is much quieter, and you have to be that much more deceitful in your ways. You have to be so just skilled in deceit when you're working from the psychic realms to be able to pass over on somebody, because if we are working primarily from the psychic realms, you're able to see into the illusion and realize that the illusion was never really there. It's a very twisted fucking component that we're inside of. That's why I love what we're inside of. I'm happy that we're inside of this illusion, that we're inside this world of so much taking place. Because without it, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. We wouldn't be listening to this message. I wouldn't be speaking this message. Which is what makes life so beautiful. This is what this essence of life truly is. To surrender something means you have to be able to let go of all of the prior attachments as to what you thought something was. That's nice. It's always nice when you see a random person just wave at you for no reason. Never had a conversation with that man, but it's just a wave. And it's something I do too when I'm walking my dog, is I'll just wave at everybody passing by, because I want them to acknowledge, or not to acknowledge, but just to know that I see them, that I know that they're there, and it's my wave of gratitude, even though they're probably not understanding that my wave is coming from a state of gratitude, but that's where my wave is coming from. I'm thankful that they're here with me. So it's nice when you see another fellow human do something similar back to yourself. And it's love. That's love. It's such a beautiful essence, love. There's so much to it. And we've only been taught a small piece of what love is. That's it. We've been taught a small piece of what love is. And we think that small piece is what it all is. It's not true. There's so much to the essence of love and how deep it really is. And that's what I just signed up for. I signed up for the essence of love. I want to learn about it. And I have to let go of everything that I've been told and thought I knew about love prior to the surrendering. Oh, and there's so much I have to let go of. But it's why we're here. It's why we're here. And the we're I'm speaking of is myself, my higher self, my other incarnations, or wherever my incarnations have been from, and wherever it is. It's what we're signing up for. And whoever takes this journey with me, forever how long you're by my side or not by my side, and it doesn't matter. None of it does, but it all matters. That's the duplicity of what we're inside of, is that it doesn't matter, but it does matter. And when you can live inside of that duplicity of mattering and not mattering, you find this peace inside yourself. You find this just flow of calmness, of just being at peace. I think that's what we all want. Every single one of us wants to be at peace. But most of us don't want to surrender aspects of ourselves to get there. And that's their course, that's their decision to go that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not being able to surrender and let go of what needs to be let go of. Nothing wrong with it. I thank you, friends, all of you. I thank you and I appreciate you. What we're here for is still not seen yet. What we're here to do is still not seen yet. But it's coming. I promise you it's coming. We all feel it. We all feel it at some level that it's coming, what we've been seeking for in this life. And all we have to do is endure. Take on the challenges until we get to that point. Because I fucking promise you, we will get there. All of us will get there. Till that day comes, my friends, be well, heal what needs to be healed, face what needs to be faced, and take it on with accountability, responsibility, and knowing that you signed up for it.